It's a rainy day, and I'm sitting here in my window just watching it rain. But I was thinking, guys, have you ever thought about the ties that you may have severed or that may have been severed, not necessarily by yourself? Do you guys ever think about those ties and wish that you could have those back? That's a question that I was just asking myself. Nope. And I'll tell you why. So, I was reflecting on the video that I had made earlier today. And I had said that whenever I talk to my husband, he'll say to me, I miss you, or I can't wait to see you. My reply will be, I miss my daughter, and I can't wait to see the Lord. And I also stated that, he's just my earthly husband. I'm not taking nothing away from that man, but it is what it is. And I don't like to live in the pretend world. I don't like to go about my life putting myself in what if situations, or I don't like to live. I'm a realist. It is what it is, right? It ain't nothing we can do about it. It's gonna be what it's gonna be, and it is what it is. So with that being said, I don't mind, right? And I kind of felt bad, like, damn, I said that he was my earthly husband. He is. Because once we get to where we going, I don't know what's going to happen. Oh, I hope y'all hear that rain. It sounds so good. I don't know what's going to happen when we get to where we're going. But I don't mind being his earthly wife. I'm down for it. Hell, I'm the one that asked him to marry me after 20-something years. He had asked me, let's not get it twisted. He had asked me, even though there's nothing wrong with a woman asking a man, hence the reason I did it, because it's going to be what it's going to be. Either he going to say yes or he going to say no. He wanted to marry me before he went to prison. And kind of wish I would have did it, but I'm kind of glad I didn't, because I would have been cheating on him for years. Only because of my maturity level back then, but that's a whole nother story. So, yes, I'm up for it. That's my husband. It is what it is. But I was thinking about the ties, right, that have been severed throughout the years with other people. And I'm just so thankful to God that those people are out of my life. If not for nothing, like everybody we come in contact with, every person we come in contact with, is for a reason or either a season, okay? I wholeheartely believe that. So those that I may have, known in the past, and not saying that, there was issues, there was beef, but sometimes you just grow apart from people, and that's totally fine as well. Absolutely. I don't have any real friends. I can't say that when I say real friends, and maybe that's because I don't allow myself to get that attached. Because when people show you who they are, you got to believe them. And I believe what I see. I'm not going to listen to what you say. You can tell me anything, because I can say whatever the fuck I want at any time. You know what I'm saying? So when people show you who they are, you got to believe them. And I live by that. And I was just wondering, how many of us have severed ties with people that we wish they could, or that they wish they could get back? But I'm here to tell you. Now, if it was on your behalf, some bullshit you did, some scandalous, some sneaky, some betrayal, some shit like that, maybe you got to live with the consequences, right? But if it was something that somebody did, or a situation that happened that allowed you to see more clearly, and then ties were severed, leave it alone. Leave it alone, okay? Leave it alone. I'll share something with you guys really quickly. I know someone, and they experience, I'll say, more of a spiritual, they get more of a spiritual backlash whenever they deal with a certain person, right? It's more of a spiritual, I would like to call it spiritual. I don't know what they would call it. And then it's like whenever this person is not around, life's good. You know what I mean? Say, no, that was my little future, little whatever. And so I had to tell this person, look, I don't know if you've noticed this, and it's not for me to tell you. I mean, it might be for me to tell you, for you to pick up on, but have you ever thought about when this person ain't around, shit, everything's cool, but when this person is around, you notice stuff that hadn't been around? Take heed to that. So again, we may sever ties with people that we love, that we care about genuinely. And my only advice to anybody that feels that, dang, I miss such and such, or, oh, I wish I could, it ain't good for you, because God knows what he's doing. He knows exactly what he's doing. He puts people and places and things in your life for a reason or a season. And he will take those same people, places, and things away for a whole total different reason or reason. Okay? Just know that. Just know that. These thoughts that I have, I don't know how I put that together with the story I just did about, you know, the video I made earlier when I said something about my husband. I don't know how all of that came together, but for me, it makes sense. He's the only person right now that I do not want to sever ties with. But ultimately, again, I already know he's just here for a season. Until it's time for me to go on home. So I'm okay with that. But don't hold on to something or somebody that's not good for you. But you also have to be in tune with your emotions. You also have to be in tune with how do you truly feel. Or people just going to play with you. And you're going to let them play with you because you like them, you love them, you care. So be prepared for that. But my last and hopefully best piece of advice is get to know the Lord. You can talk to him just like you talk to anybody else. He's not going to judge you. He understands completely. He created you, for God's sake. You know? So pour it all out to him. Give him a chance to know you. I was so upset about a situation, and it was over some body wash. I was about some body wash today. Just opened a bottle yesterday, and today I see the same bottle in the trash. So confused. I did my ranting, I did my raving. But I was also at the same time thinking, this is a test, and I know it. God's about to see how I'm about to react to this. Am I going to stress out and spaz out over some body wash? Or am I just going to let it go? I ended up letting it go. That was the second instance for me today. Now I'm all over the place. It don't matter. If you follow me, you follow me. I went to Donato's. I called my order in. Simple order, nothing crazy. Big Don, no dressing. I go pick my order up through the drive-thru. I reach my hand out to grab my bag, And the guy that was giving me my bag, he wasn't extending his arm far enough. Okay. Now I could see if I was what, 5'8", 5'7", my arms would be a little longer. But come on, dude, meet me halfway. Come on now. So my food falls. I don't even trip about it because it's in a bag and it's taped. I'm not tripping about that. So thankfully I didn't go all the way home. I go around the corner. I open my bag, and when I tell you it is drenched in dressing, mind you, I took a bite of it even though I saw that it was drenched in dressing because I was hungry. So I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna bite a little piece. Ugh, and I did. Now I'm gonna take it back. So I take it back. This time I go inside. And I wasn't upset. I wasn't rude. I was just like, hey, I asked for no dressing, and this is drenched. So he apologized. Same guy that handed it to me in the drive-thru. He apologized. He said he was going to make it himself. And bet, no worries. I sat down. No, actually, I went back outside. No, I sat inside. I waited. There at this point was an older woman that was in line. And she heard, you know, what was going on. We'll be back here with the hiccups. I'm so sorry, Duda. She heard what was going on. She didn't really say too much. So I left. I got my sub, thinking it had no dressing on it. I didn't open it at the time. I left. Go around the corner again, open it up. This time I don't have that much, but I'm irritated. Like, how hard is it to make a Big Don with no dressing? Like, it's the last step. Don't do it, right? So I go back. The lady that was in line while I was waiting on my second sub is now inside. No, she's now inside of her car. I go inside. I tell them what's going on. I actually pull up my order that they sent me because you can track your order once you call it in. So I said, look, it says no dressing. I don't have no reason to lie. This has some, not as much as the last, but I would prefer no dressing. So the lady comes in. She said, you're back. I said, yes, ma'am. I said, I just wanted Big Don with no dressing, and they keep putting dressing on it. And so at this point, when I tell you I'm hungry, okay? Hungry. It's like, so she and I are talking, and I was expressing to her how I feel that this is a test because I have very little patience. When I say I have very little patience, only because I think that people should treat you how you would treat them. And we don't know each other from a can of paint, but I've worked, restaurants before. I know how to treat people, so I just want the same kind of treatment, okay? But at this point, I'm a little bit irritated, but I'm still giving them grace. I'm not really giving them attitude. I'm just hangry. Not really angry, but I'm a little hungry. So I get my sub. Mind you, he told me he was going to make the second one. He then asked me, do you want your money back? I said, sir, I would love to have my money back, but I would also love to eat. So if you can hurry up and make it, great. If not, I mean, whatever. So he was like, all right, I'll make it this time. I said, hold up, you said you made the last one. Whatever. So, boom. Now, we on number 3 at this point. Ugh. Number 3. I got my grandson at home waiting on some baby wipes while I'm sitting in Donato's waiting on my third sub, okay? So, he brings a sub. He said, I promise you it's made right. I said, and I promise you that this time I'm not about to leave and open it. I'm about to open it right now. So I opened it. I said, oh my God, we got a sub. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. The lady told me, she said, the things that we are still working on are the things that God is going to continue to put in front of us. And I know that. right? I just react sometimes as opposed to taking a step back, taking a deep breath, and be like, all right, I know what the fuck going on. Been here, done that before. But she was right. She was absolutely right. So that didn't have nothing to do with the beginning of what the heck I was talking about. That's just a little extra, just in case some of you are not understanding why you so flustered and frustrated. I don't have patience. I forgot to mention that, but I'm very impatient. Very impatient. I just feel like for me, I've always felt like, so I had this lady. I'm all over the place. You can go ahead and say goodbye if you want. I would like if you could subscribe, share. Don't comment because I got my comments turned off. I don't want to hear it. It'd be trolls and my mental can't take it. So I apologize. I'll be having my comments turned off, y'all. I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet because it could do something that I don't want to be on here shouting and yelling and cussing and all that. I'm working on myself. But there was a lady that told me a long time ago. She said, God has favor over you. And I was in my early 20s when she told me that. She said, God has favor over you. And so I always kept that in the back of my mind. I didn't really understand fully what that meant. I knew it wasn't anything bad, though. I just didn't know completely what it meant. So throughout my whole life, right, I've always felt that I've always come last. Like, there's this joke that I say all the time. You got your better thans and you got your less thans, right? I don't know nothing about that better than life. Never have. Not saying I want that, but it would be nice, okay, to not be, you know, part of the less thans all your life. So that's what I consider myself, my life. I compare it to being a less than. And then I think about what Miss Vera told me. God has favor over you. But he has favor over all of us. I understand that. I know that. But when she said it to me, it was in a way. She said that like she was wanting me to get that through my head, right? So I've never, ever, 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 ever forgotten that. Which goes along with me saying give it all to him because he's the only one that can fix it. He's the only one that can control the situation. He's the only one that can, he's everything. So you got that, and you got me being a less than. I'll take it. Because I see these people that got more than is out here on some craziness. Being exposed for this, for that, for you. What? Yeah, I'm cool. I'm cool. I'm cool. I'm cool. We could be sitting over here in the dark. We got hella candles. But as long as the Lord is blessing me and getting me through my day-to-day, which ain't easy, I'll take it. I got me a little, what I want outside. I don't know what kind of vehicle that I really want. Nice little vehicle for me and my family. I'm cool. My little job at Amazon, I'm cool. You feel me? But yeah. That's all I got, y'all. I'm out of here. Have a good day.